Okay. All right. We can start. You're all right. Cool.
Wait.
Keith, what's the intro?
That's so spot on too. That's what's annoying about it.
Yeah, I like it. I think you're doing good. All right, cool. Well, welcome everybody. This is 35, episode 6. Sorry for the hiatus. We've been having a lot going on. We started some businesses. We've been getting back to the brewery. And we just got a life going on. So we just been doing our thing. But stay
back.
What?
We back.
We back, baby. What it do, baby? But yeah, welcome back. Thanks for the love and support. We're gonna hop in this right away, talking about the beers we got today before they get warm, because I'm trying to drink one. So we have a beer by, I forget the brewery company.
Working Draft. Yeah.
My Working Draft Brewery. So they're doing some collabs with folks here in Madison on trying to support people of color and making sure the movement is constantly being moved. So the collaboration they did supports Nehemiah Corporation, which is community center / church /
Didn't you used to work for them?
Yeah, I did actually. I had no idea about this, but yeah, they do a lot of cool stuff. A lot of incarcerated men. They do a lot of help with them, getting them back into society in the best way possible. So shout out to those folks, and shout out to Working Draft to be able to work with them and continue to move it. Because, yeah, it's amazing. Even the artwork was done by one of the folks that's part of that organization. So now with that being said, I'm about to crack one.
Speaking of black art, I want to shout out this woman I follow on Instagram. It just, as you said that, it came to mind. Her name is Tyra Powers. I believe her Instagram name is Tyra_Powers.
Uh-huh.
She's a black woman herself and does art focused around black people, and it's really dope. It's not it's very accessible, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear you, son. He's sick over here.
No, you sicko. You the one that's hurt.
Her art is dope. I found one of her images on Etsy at one point, and it led me through a wormhole, and I found her on Instagram, and I follow her now, and she's been putting stuff out, and it's all super dope. So if you're into supporting black creatives, Tyra_Powers is one to go follow and buy. Because, I mean, as one myself, and from friends and people, they're like, yo, send me that shit. No, I'm not gonna send you shit. Buy it.
For real?
You know, like, I have a business to run.
Yeah,
I get where I'm at. It's like, yeah, we're friends, but like, there's no way for any of us to come up if everything's given for free.
Mm-hmm.
How
put your dollar back into the black community.
It's funny that you say that. I know we talk about this. It's like a revolving thing that always happens, but like we always talk about it off mic. But being bartenders, how do y'all feel about that? Like, me personally, if like one of y'all working, I don't expect like more than like a couple of drinks for free. And I'm always making sure that like if I have the money, I'm always tipping y'all like good. But how do y'all feel about like people y'all know, people like people y'all know, associates, people that know you?
I have a strong and definitive answer for that.
Well, I'm just saying, like they come, oh hey, how you doing, Gerard? Oh, I seen you 3 times. We chopped it up, and then I come to the bar, and because I know you, I expect free drinks, or I expect to be served right away.
Let me go before Ty answer, because Ty, I know what Ty about to say, because he harsh himself. Before we get to that, let's go back to the Black Creative thing. You already know before it. Go check out the merch. It's fly. Buy our boy. Like I said, we start businesses out here.
Yeah. Forwardshop.com. FRWRD.com. Dropped all the vowels because I will never owe you.
Bars.
Talk to him.
Bars. Talk to him. to your answer, my thing is that it's not. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you think. I don't care how you feel about your relationship with me. I don't care about none of that. My thing is that I'm gonna make that decision because I'm putting my work on the line and I'm putting my relationship on the line. Not only with the person that's at the bar, but also the person that I work for. So I will make that decision based off how I feel about you as a person. So let's say like right now, I think we have a good relationship. Y'all walk into my establishment, like I know y'all don't expect anything. Y'all don't expect anything free or
He
for a
just
discounted
said
price.
he expects 3 free drinks.
No, I did. I said I expect a couple.
You said a few.
Well, 3. Yeah. Few.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't expect. Okay.
No.
No, he said
I expect like
I don't expect more than a few free drinks.
yeah, but it's not like like 3 bang bang bang. It's like, yeah, I expect like a few.
I mean, I can understand that though. But expect, I think is a strong word, but overall, like I know that y'all not about to charge me full price, or if y'all charge me full price, y'all gonna take it off some way, some shape or form. Like,
but like I will also want to clarify that I also tip, like I also try to tip whatever the bill is.
yeah.
I mean, there's times.
I think your answer was just honest because you have that relationship with us, which is my whole.
Which
point.
is a lot different.
No.
Your answer is a lot different dealing with us than like in general.
Yeah.
What you're talking about, like a familiar customer.
Yes.
Right.
Is a huge different relationship than what the 3 of us have.
No. My general question is just like how, like, well, it kind of all ties in, but it's just like people that know you, people that know of you, they come in and expect free drinks because they know you.
And
okay, then
that's what I'm talking about.
I will answer that differently. Then.
Take me out of it because, like I said, I support people, so like I will always try to put money in your pocket if I have it.
No, that happens to us all the time. There are plenty of people, like you said it. You'll be walking down the street and somebody will be like, "Oh yeah, my boy Gerard work at so and so. You should go holler at him." You're like, "Oh really? Okay."
And we all had that one friend that did that.
Yeah.
And my answer to that question is expect nothing and be very appreciative of what you get.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, I'm an extension of the business. I don't own the business, so is it really taking money out of my pocket? No. But to give you...
But it is, though.
No, it's not. To give you things free, just because I'm not the one paying the bottom line, could cost me my job, because when liquor costs are 50 to 100% more than what they should be, because we're giving out free liquor, I lose my job. So expect nothing and appreciate what you get as a customer. Don't ever go to a bar where your friend works at expecting anything. As friend, family, or foe. Because that's so disrespectful to just go in somewhere and like, oh, I can go here because I know I'm not going to have to pay for everything that I drink. Because even if you still get, like, yes, there are common sense people that understand that they are getting a discount and will tip accordingly. And at the end of the day, as a worker and not an owner, yeah, tips are what you work for. So you're going to do whatever you can to get higher tips. But also you can't have friends walking in and being like, yo, I'll get a round of this, and putting 20 on the table.
Oh yeah. See, I would.
You can't have that.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, don't go into any establishment just because your friend works there expecting to get free drinks. Expect a full tab every time.
So here's the thing. Yeah, and I guess let me, because you make a super good point, and let me clarify what I mean. Like, I think I know that. Yeah, kind of like what you said. Like, I know that money's going to be taken out some kind of way. But, like, I also want to make up, like, here's my thing. If I can pay for it full, I'll just pay for it full, right? Mm-hmm. Or like, if I have cash, I'll pay with my card, and I'll just give you the cash, right? Again, it's putting money in your pocket, because I know. If I was never a bartender, I didn't start tipping until I was 20.
That's something that should be explained.
because
When you're done,
because
I want to explain that.
because I didn't understand why am I paying money and then giving you more money. But it wasn't until I became a bartender for 3 summers, 3.5, 4 summers that I realized like, dang, them little tips they add up. And so when you don't tip, when you have
That's
$100,
your paycheck.
yeah, when you have $100 tab and you tip $15, like that's some BS. And it's like if you can't tip that much and you shouldn't drink that much, and like yeah. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's just, I don't know if it's a black thing or not, because like all my black friends didn't.
I was getting close to calling some people out. But I'm not gonna do that.
I don't know. I don't know if like again, it's funny like just how the world works and how uninformed like us as people are.
And that's where I would like to jump in.
That's
where I would like to jump in.
Yeah.
On the ignorance of
Ty going crazy. You about to go crazy?
Yeah, because I've worked in this industry for a long fucking time,
Yeah,
and the majority of my time has been bartending, which is a tip-centric income.
Yeah.
So I think that there are a lot of people that frequent restaurants and bars that are ignorant to how tips work. Because people with the mindset of, oh, I paid this much for the drink, why would I pay extra on top of that just because someone poured it for me? I understand the job is just pouring liquid from one vessel into another vessel, but the reason why the places that you live have so many bars is because the profit margin on alcohol itself is so high, and there are government standards on what you need to pay someone that works on tips as a business owner that keeps it that way. So those people serving you those drinks, pouring liquid from one vessel into another vessel, are making hourly maybe $3 to $33 an hour, I believe is the federal minimum. That's all they're making hourly. What their income is those tips. So those people that feel like they don't need to tip or don't want to tip, you have every right not to. It's your money, you earned it. But also the people that are spending 35, 40 hours a week serving you drinks aren't making that minimum. They're making $2.33, $3 minimum. What they live off of is those tips. So like a 10% tip is a shitty fucking tip. I don't care how much you spent. That's a shitty tip. A baseline tip should be 20%. And if you got real good service and that server, that bartender gave you a good experience, they gave you time, they gave you conversation, that's where 25-30% comes in. And when you see, what bothers me is that you'll see industry people come in that get it, and they'll tip 50%, 75% of money that they've barely earned. They're barely making rent, barely getting bills by, but they understand the work that it is to be a server, what it is to be a bartender, and they'll give you that extra percentage of a bill because they know what you're going through as well. But the rest of the country doesn't get that. You get financial advisors that are sitting on 6 figures a year and tipping 10%. It's like, well, what extra did they do? No, it's not what extra did they do. It's that the industry is set up where the owner pays them far below minimum wage and the rest is made up in tips. So like, listen, if you get a shitty bartender, which we all have had, if you get a shitty server, we all have had, yeah, maybe don't tip them as much. But to just be like, well, they did their job, why should I give extra on top of that? Is completely ignorant and unacceptable.
But you got to understand where people come from too. Like,
no, I don't have to, because
yeah,
they're
yeah,
not. Because people like that aren't understanding where that person is at a baseline at. Not even where they come from. That's just their baseline.
No. Ty. I'm saying in terms of like, fam, that isn't taught taught in a lot of households. Like,
Well, which is why I'm saying it right now.
I know, but I'm saying though, you can't just like, fam. Even 10% for me was like, that's too much more. Like, why am I paying you for giving me food?
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm saying.
And
Because you didn't understand.
right, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think you can just like expect.
No, it's not. It's not about expecting. That goes both ways. That goes both ways. As a server, as a bartender, you can't expect that.
Yeah,
But also as a patron, you can't expect getting free shit and just understanding that the service you're getting is what you're gonna get. Like that, it goes both ways. Expecting on either end of the spectrum is wrong because
yeah,
either end of the spectrum is wrong.
yeah.
There has to be an understanding that there is a middle, but there has been and continues to be an extreme ignorance to what servers, bartenders, and hospitality industry goes through just for you to come in and get a meal that you don't have to cook or clean up after. But people think, oh, no, this is what I'm paying for. No, that's not what you're paying for. What you're paying for is the cost of the food and the minimal amount of staff labor costs.
Do you? But
when
wait,
you go,
wait. Yeah.
When you go to a restaurant, what you are paying for is a percentage of the food cost and liquor costs or whatever it may be that then covers that plus some labor costs plus like untitled factors like the plate that you're being served on or the napkins that you use while you're there or the straws that are in your cup or the cup itself. Those people don't think about that.
But do you think that people judge you based on where you work? Like, for instance, um, a blind eye going into Madison's, that shit's packed every night. That shit's packed 3 days. It's really packed like Saturday, but after 5 Thursday through Sunday, that shit's packed. Like in my mind, because people are here all the time, I think you make a lot of money. Even at Church Key downtown, where like Church Key is the only place that plays real music, right? So like that draws in a crowd, um, which I think in turns people end up spending more money because it's good music there, right? And it's because of a situation like that where that shit looks packed all the time. Ooh, y'all make a lot of money. So it's like
from an ownership standpoint, yes, but
from
an individual employee standpoint, no.
But
also,
again, that's what I'm saying though. Do you think that people assume you're making a lot of money because of that? So it's like, oh, why do I need a tip if
yes, and that's why I'm saying yes from an owner standpoint, yeah, the business, even though some of them, I mean, I've worked for shitty owners that yes end up making a lot of money because of that, but from an owner standpoint, yes, the business is making a lot of money in that night, but also those people that are there on a Saturday that then so feel, because I think what the disconnect here maybe is that a business can be very successful, but also you could have employees that are very much so struggling.
Yeah. Tip your fucking bartenders is what he's trying to say.
There are bartenders that work their ass off that can barely pay their bills. Especially in a time, I know it's hard to talk about it in a time like this when everybody is struggling to pay their bills, but that's something that is common in the service industry. You have to understand, there are people that work full time that aren't making a full-time wage because you may have to work a full shift on a Tuesday when nobody comes into the restaurant. You may have to work Saturday during COVID a double when no one comes into the restaurant. And when your lifeline is tips, you're not getting that. So what I get so heated about, what makes me so upset, is the fact that people come into said restaurants and will run up a tab for $200, $300 and tip nothing. There are people that are working their asses off, sweating the whole night, and you get a drink with no wait, no questions asked, whatever it is you need, you're getting it, and then you don't tip nothing. That's their livelihood.
So I have another question. Well, I know Treasure, I got something to say, but I got another question to follow that because we're the only.
Well,
country.
I want to hear what Gerard has to say about
Yeah,
it.
I'll wait, but Gerard.
What am I answering? Because y'all literally talked two topics within the same like form.
I mean,
Which
I
two
think
topics
they
is
kind
that?
of like stack on each other perfectly, but like,
What you say, Tom?
I said, which two topics is that?
Yeah, well, I mean, you kind of formed your own, just about like what people should know, and then he originally asked, how do we decide on how we're gonna treat our
no. How do you feel about people that come in and like
Expecting stuff.
expecting?
right? So basically, how are we gonna treat people that we know that
Yeah,
we know
yeah.
that are coming in?
Yeah.
Come on, man, I know this shit. I'm naming this episode.
God,
Excuse me. Okay, so to your original point, how do I treat people that are gonna come in? One thing you have to realize is that, like Ty said earlier, that I could lose my job not only from getting fired, but also like from giving this business away. This business has to make money, right? I've worked at a bar where, yeah, the money isn't necessarily stronger, so I have to be careful about doing that. And so yeah, like I have my picks and chooses on people that I'm gonna treat well and the people that I'm gonna treat as a business. And like we all know who those people are that are gonna get something when they come in, and those who are gonna be charged when they come in. And I've had issues with people about it, and I'm just like, hey, like, and I've told people, hey, maybe if you came and support the bar more, or if I didn't feel like you were coming in here to use me, then this wouldn't happen. But at the end of the day, because like, yeah, it could be friends that I've known for years, but if I know you only come to this bar maybe on your birthday, maybe once or twice a year, and you just so happen to stumble on this bar and you're coming for pregame time, I know what it is. Like I'm not stupid.
who goes to bar for pre-games?
A lot of people, especially like bars that have really cheap prices. I mean, we always used to go to. Well, I used to always go to Nitty Gritty. That was my pregame bar.
Didn't y'all used to go to Argus? Or not Argus, Rigsby?
No, that was just the after.
Rigby's was an after work thing.
That's an after work thing.
But sometimes we would use it as a pregame because
Yeah.
I mean, if we went like on a Thursday or Friday, we will continue to go from there. But yeah, you're right because it was
Yeah.
25-cent wings and $1 PBR or something like that.
Hippie juice, South hippie juice.
Miss those
Lord.
days. But anyway, continuing.
Lord.
But that's how I'm gonna do that. And I even have I've had discussions with like my family because they come into the bar and they also expect kind of go to what you were talking about. Kind of expect this top of the line. I'm in your face the entire time. What you need, and you have to understand that if you come in on a football Saturday, or if you come in on a Saturday in general, that I have to make my money. You know what I mean? Like you probably are gonna tip me really well, but you're really gonna tip me on the bill that I'm probably like either gonna probably fork it myself that I said I was gonna pay for you, or that I'm giving you probably my discount on. That like what you're covering. So overall, Janie over here from Waukesha, who doesn't come down here often, she probably gonna tip me real nice. So I got to make sure I'm giving her attention too, because you're not gonna cover what Janie and her husband is paying for. So I've had discussions about that because like especially my brother, he's like, man, you don't really show your brother love when you come in. I'm like, no, Negro, I can't sit here and have a conversation with you. It is.
I was gonna say I've seen it from both of you multiple times, but and then obviously you guys talked to me about it too. But I know that the number one thing that y'all hate is dry. Hey, dry.
Oh yeah,
Hey, tie.
Nothing worse than a dollar wave.
Tie. Or like,
I swear to God, if you wave $1 at me, you will be the last person served, and it'll probably be after last call.
But like family members or friends don't even really do that. They just like come to your area and just like scream your name. I see you. Believe me, I see you.
Oh yeah.
But like what I'm doing right now is I'm serving everybody, getting them out the way, so I can come to you and give you really all the attention I can until another wave of people.
But you're
up.
good about that. You're very good about that.
Yeah, you don't come and say shit.
Your people are good about that.
No, I was like, my thing is like, again, just because I understand it. Prior to me becoming a bartender, I didn't understand it because I'd be like, yo, I'm here, G. Like, hey, like I'm your friend. Serve me, right? And I think that everyone's selfish that way. But since I've been in the industry and I learned, and obviously I haven't been in as deep as y'all, but my thing is like, okay, like I know you're gonna get to me. It's like you see me walk in, right? So like I know that you're gonna get to me eventually. So I'm like, so then because there's been times both you say, hey, what you want? I'm like, no, they was here first. Like get them, and then like don't worry about me.
Typically gonna do anyway.
Yeah.
So I can actually kick it with you. And
Yeah. But my thing's always been like, nah, get the customers first, get them first. Everyone's like, oh, he was here first. It's like, nah, you like I know him, you're good. Go serve them, get them, and then I can be last.
Yeah, and we don't know. Well, I would like for you to continue. Actually,
that was so nice.
I was gonna say something, but I would like for you to continue.
But and then on to the point that Ty was making. I mean, if you don't know, which because I didn't know, I was raised in a poor household, and like I wouldn't say it's a black thing when you ask that question. It's not a black thing, but I think it comes from more of a poorer folks background. That and I mean, even though rich people do it too, everybody does it. But like I think it comes more from a poorer background because it's like I'm gonna hold on to this money as much as I can, and if I see all these people tipping, I'm gonna just hold off my money because y'all make it cash. Is it right? Absolutely not, because you don't know what it's like to be on the other side, and I've been in that situation where like I see how somebody tip me and they said it like, look at all the people in here. You know what I'm saying? There's been like their friends would be like, yo, you're really on a tip that, and they're like, oh, look at all the people in here. And it's like, that don't mean shit. Like, yeah, that means I'm just running harder to make sure you get what you need in a fashionable time. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say I am a 100% greatest bartender, fucking Tyreek Evans of fucking of bartending.
I will.
Oh, go ahead. But so like, what I mean by that is if I messed up your order, or if I skipped you by accident, or if I did something that was like cruel on my end or irresponsible on my end, then yeah, I understand maybe $1 tip or maybe no tip because I didn't, you felt like I did something that was inappropriate, and maybe I did. Because I probably caught myself like, dang, I just served Emily, but Jack been standing here for 10 minutes, and I just didn't see him. So I understand that, but when people just make judgments based off what they see in the crowd, no, you can't do that. So
I got a question for both of you
before you continue.
Yeah.
If y'all are watching this and you don't know anything about tipping, I don't care if your bill is $200. I don't care if your bill is $2. Tip at least 20%. And if your bill is $2, tip 100% because you only paying $4 on that. And if you can't afford to go out and drink, then don't come out. Don't come out.
That was my literal question. That was literally my literal question was like, there's someone who bought a shot for $3. How much do you expect them to tip?
I don't expect them to do anything.
Yeah, you don't expect.
Yeah.
But like,
You
how
can't.
much do you expect them
But
to tip?
what I would like them to tip
100%.
is at least, yeah.
Like what? $3? Give me $6.
Yeah. Because the thing about it, what people don't understand as bartenders, when you do that, you being on the other side of the bar, you're gonna be in. It's not like a restaurant where you coming in, I'm giving you food, you're eating that food and have a couple of drinks, and then you're leaving. You're most likely staying for probably at least an hour, whether if it's pregame or pregame and a full night or just a DJ part or whatever. So I'm gonna see you multiple times. So if you come to me and you bought 2 beers at separate times, they were both, I don't know, $1 because that's a special, whatever, and you say here $2 again, $2 here, $2 again for both of those beers. Most likely later on when you come back and you want like 5 shots for you and your friends, one, I don't really expect you. I would like you to continue to tip, but I'm not going to really expect you to tip. And also, I'm going to make sure I got you. I for sure got you because I see what you're about. If you come in with the mindset of, well, I'm going to come in first and I'm going to be like, hey bro, if you get me all night, I got your tip later. I don't fuck with you. I don't because I don't trust you. Because that's a sales pitch.
Because why would you bring it up? Yeah.
Right. That's a sales pitch. I don't trust you.
Those are and they always tip the least.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's you deal with so much being in the service and hospitality industry, front of house, especially as a server or a bartender.
I was a server for one time. I'll never do that shit again. Like
and I just think, and I would like to reiterate. I just think so many people do not understand how it is that those people get paid or how it is they make their money.
Well, everybody doesn't know. And that's why this could be also informative.
That's 35.
All right, y'all. Hey.
Support black business again, Gerard. Shout out where you got that crew neck from because it's
Oh, yeah. Support black business. You'll see the vibes on the Instagram page, Third and Five. But yeah, shout out to Cherie for doing this. Photographer. So she does creative stuff all the time, and she decided to create some sweaters that was relevant to people in our area because we don't get to see folks like us being able to create merch like that per se, for the most part. So yeah, she's inspired. But also shout out to Forward Merch. As you see in front, we have a giveaway going for that. We have that, and we have some natural soaps by a friend of ours that is also black owned. So
Essence by Rain.
yeah,
Shout out Forward, FRWRD, shop.com.
Ooh, know it.
And shout out Essence by Rain.
Bet. Which we'll tag on our posts. But for our giveaway, how you can submit it is you go on our Instagram page. You like our Instagram page, you see a post or whatever, any post, you tag 3 friends. From there, you go to our YouTube, subscribe, you automatically enter it. And then from there, if your friends do the same thing, they tag 3 friends on Instagram. Any post, go on YouTube, subscribe. Boom, we'll keep going that way, and then we'll do our giveaway once we get to 500 subscribers.
You're only entered if you tag 3 friends.
Only way. So make sure you tag any 3 friends. I don't care if it's your ratchet friends, your best friends, your work friends, whatever.
Any friends.
Any friends. But
and I'm single, so
single rather than mingle. So thanks for rocking with us, y'all. Good to see y'all, and we hope to bring another episode to y'all soon. All right, peace.